Wanya checking in once again. In today's video, I will be spoiling the 2019 King of the Ring tournament for everybody. After this video, it will be down to the T, the exact winner, so just stick tight, get you some popcorn, something to drink. I'm here to simply spoil it, and we pretty much all seen it coming, so let's jump right into the bracket. So as you can see, here's the chart. Of course, Raw is on the left and SmackDown Live is on the right. I'm going to do the Raw side since they are the B show in the WWE. So, on the bracket, as you can see, Samoa Joe and Cesaro has already fought. So, we all seen that Samoa Joe won that match. Next up, which we'll see this next week, we'll see Ricochet go one-on-one with Drew McIntyre. In this situation, Drew McIntyre versus Ricochet. Ricochet is not King of the Ring material. And I'm not saying he don't deserve to be the King of the Ring, but when the King of the Ring tournament is in full effect, the winner of the tournament ultimately get a world title shot. So that's not finna put Ricochet in the world championship scene. So being realistically, we can go ahead and X Ricochet out, so that means Drew McIntyre will be defeating Ricochet to advance. Also, we seen this week Cedric Alexander defeated Sami Zayn. That wasn't a coincidence. Hey, we all seen that coming. Sami Zayn is, I don't know what are they doing with Sami Zayn. I don't see how he accepting to be portrayed like that on live TV, but if I was from Canada and if I was his best friend like Kevin Owens proclaimed to be, I would not have my boy out there looking like that because he's looking bad right now. Then he aligned himself with Shinsuke Nakamura like Shinsuke Nakamura is on TV each and every week. But that's a whole nother subject for a different day. We on the King of the Ring. So we seen Sami Zayn lose to Cedric Alexander. Also next week on the Raw side, we will see The Miz versus Baron Corbin. In this match, since Cedric Alexander advanced to this finals part, WWE is more than likely going to put heel versus face. In this situation, The Miz don't need to be King of the Ring. I ain't saying his career is over, but if The Miz don't never become the King of the Ring, it won't hurt him. The Miz has been the world champion, Mr. Money in the Bank. He did main event WrestleMania. The Miz has defeated John Cena at WrestleMania for the WWE champion. What else is it to accomplish in the WWE? Now tell me, can you defeat an invisible man at WrestleMania in the main event? I didn't think so, and so can I. So, again, in this part, I can clearly see Baron Corbin moving on to face Cedric Alexander in the up and coming weeks. So we're going to go back up to the top. We have Samoa Joe versus Drew McIntyre. Now, like I just said a couple of seconds ago, usually WWE do heel versus face, but in this situation, it's going to be heel versus heel. Drew McIntyre is clearly about to kick Samoa Joe's ass. Samoa Joe, he can't defeat AJ Styles, so what makes you think he can defeat Drew McIntyre? Drew McIntyre is by far, pound for pound, the best thing going on Monday Night Raw. And by the end of this video, you're going to see why. So, in that round, I don't know if that's the semifinals, quarterfinals, whatever. I know it ain't the finals. In that round, Drew McIntyre is clearly going to kick Samoa Joe's head. Smooth off. Claymore kick. So with that being that bracket, he advanced into whatever that's supposed to be. We will also see then Cedric Alexander versus Baron Corbin. In that match, as the storyline has been over the last couple of weeks, Cedric Alexander has been going one-on-one with Drew McIntyre. This is where the storyline is finna come to a closure. Cedric Alexander is clearly about to defeat Baron Corbin, which is setting up Drew McIntyre versus Cedric Alexander in the semifinals. Now I know that's the semifinals because the finals before the finals, semifinals. So we will see in the semifinals on the Raw brand, the Red brand, the B show Monday Night Raw. We will see Cedric Alexander versus Drew McIntyre, in that match, we will definitely be seeing Drew McIntyre defeating Cedric Alexander to enter the finals for Monday Night Raw. Keep that in mind. I'm updating the bracket as I go. Over here on the A show of SmackDown Live, we seen this past Tuesday night on SmackDown Live, Elias defeated Kevin Owens. Now pause. Before Elias won that match against Kevin Owens, at the beginning I thought Kevin Owens was gonna go to the finals and actually win, and he considered himself as the king of the ring, and that just further him and Shane McMahon storyline of the best in the world versus the king of the ring, and a final showdown to see who's really the best in the world. But we seen Shane McMahon quickly put a halt to that, and I'm glad Shane McMahon, which they was gonna go in this direction anyway, I'm glad he screwed Kevin Owens over sooner than later, because it would have been a real bummer if he would have did it in the finals, and that would have been a horrible ending to this King of the Ring tournament. Even though Shane McMahon come from the Attitude Era, which is one of the most grimiest eras in the WWE, WWF, WCW. So yeah, we saw Elias defeat Kevin Owens with the help of the best in the world, Shane McMahon. So next week, we will see Buddy Murphy versus Mustafa Ali. In that match, let me tell y'all exactly how this is going to transpire. Buddy Murphy versus Ali, since Buddy Murphy is still tangled up with Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan, Eric Rowan and Daniel Bryan is going to cost Buddy Murphy this match. Like I said, only because they still in this storyline, and plus Buddy Murphy defeated Daniel Bryan, so it will only be right for Daniel Bryan to cost Buddy Murphy this match, which pushing Ali to further in the round. And we also will see Chad Gable versus Shelton Benjamin. We seen Chad Gable get mocked by Shelton Benjamin. You gotta be this height to be qualified into the King of the Ring tournament. That's a whole babyface versus heel storyline. We clearly see that Chad Gable is about to defeat Shelton Benjamin, which in my accountability, I feel as though they should have been the world's greatest tag team 2.0. You know, Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable. That would have made a good tag team on SmackDown Live. American Alpha Part 2 also. And we also seen this past week Andrade versus Apollo Cruz. We all seen Apollo Cruz is clearly not finna go far in this King of the Ring tournament. Like, be realistically, like, we can look at this whole chart and see which one of these superstars is main event worthy. Not saying all of these superstars wouldn't do good on the main card, but Vince McMahon ideology, if you ain't got the height to look, you ain't finna be no world champion. So, of course, Andrade defeated Apollo Cruz. So that leaves in the top row, we'll see Elias versus Ali, in which Ali is definitely going to win. And next in the bracket, we will see Andrade versus Chad Gable. Again, Andrade is being built like a juggernaut. I don't see Andrade losing to nobody no time soon, except in the round of finals in this whole King of the Ring tournament. I don't think they're trying to put the King of the Ring title on Andrade. Andrade finna be the next Intercontinental Champion, whether you like it or not. So he really don't need this King of the Ring tournament, which boils it back down to a heel versus the face. The heel being Andrade and the face being Mustafa Ali. Well, excuse me, Ali. And in that semifinals, of course Ali is going to get the win, because these promos they've been cutting with Ali as of late, they priming Ali to do big things on SmackDown Live. And I firmly believe that in the finals of the SmackDown Live bracket, Ali versus Andrade is going to be the future of the Intercontinental Championship rankings on SmackDown Live. So in that semifinals round, I'm definitely going to have to go with Ali, because simply, like I said, Andrade is not going to be the King of the Ring. As much as I would love to see that, it's just not happening. So, the final reveal of this video to the King of the Ring 2019 winner would definitely have to go to my boy Drew McIntyre. Why? Because Drew McIntyre pound for pound can kick every single one of these superstars' ass any day of the week, any month, any day. Any day, any hour, anywhere they want to meet. My boy Drew McIntyre would definitely be winning the King of the Ring 2019 tournament. And a side note to build up Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins, it all makes sense. Him to go on to win this King of the Ring tournament, like I said, the King of the Ring wanna always get a world championship match. So He lost more of all these superstars to earn a shot at the Universal Champion. And at this point in my life, I love the dark side of all sports. I'm always down with the bad guy. And Seth Rollins is too good right now. Like, Seth Rollins' character is so good that it's boring. You know ain't nobody finna defeat Seth Rollins. It ain't happening. But the way Drew McIntyre is finna learn more of this King of the Ring tournament, they is prepping him up to be the Universal Champion. And it's been a long time since we had a everyday, weekly Universal Champion top heel status. And Drew McIntyre definitely fit the description. So, with that being the end of today's video on who would definitely be the winner of the King of the Ring tournament, make sure you smash that like button, super kick subscribe button, comment down below, make sure you hit that bell notification. And the way YouTube is set up now, if you ain't got that notification turned on, aka the bell, FKA the bell, you won't get none of my daily videos. And I'm posting videos every single day, and I know you don't want to miss it. Until next time, I'm the host, Wanya.